I'm sick of the lies. The lies. The lies the mainstream sports media tells you, Bron fanboys, making you believe LeBron James is the GOAT. He not the GOAT, dog. He not the GOAT. All right? Today, we're going to talk about, in light of this new information, because it just came in that Darvin Ham, the coach, the head coach of the Lakers, the head coach of LeBron James, he just got fired, dog. He just got fired. So, what's new? This ain't nothing new, dog. LeBron James been getting coaches fired, dog. It's expected. This ain't some new deal. He just wasn't a good enough coach. He wasn't a good enough fit. He didn't do good. He called the wrong plays. He did this. He did that. Nah. That's always the excuse. Every time you're a coach of a LeBron James led team, dog. That's always the facts. Better watch your back. Better watch your back around here because you're coaching LeBron James. And we know how LeBron James gets down, dog. He's not a good player. He's not a good player, dog. We've said it over and over. People try to say, oh, he's so great. He's so great. Oh, he's so great. He's so great. But then we start ranking him on his skills, dog. Let's start ranking him on his skills. On a 1 to 5 scale, dog. On a 1 to 5 scale, what's his ball handling like? What's his ball handling like on a 1 to 5 scale, dog? What's the highest you could give him, dog? He ain't no 5. You know that. He ain't no 5. And if he ain't no 5, without a shadow of a doubt, he's not a 5, then he can't be a 4. That's the logic. That makes sense. Because anyone who's ever been rated 4, they could possibly be rated 5. You could say, oh, I don't think Allen Iverson is a 5, but he's certainly a 4. Oh, he could be a 5. I have him as a 5. Oh, okay. He's a 5, he's a 4, and you can't be mad at either one. I say he's a 4. He's still up there. He's either 4 or 5. But if you know for sure, guaranteed, there is no chance in hell you will ever be a 5 on that scale, then you can't be a 4, dog. It's that simple. You can't be a 4 because all 4s could possibly be a 5. You could see that. If someone said, I don't have him, I have him as 4, but I could, if you say 5, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I can't be mad if you say he's 5 because I have him at a 4. So he's at the very best. LeBron James is a 3. He's a 3 in ball handling, dog. At the very best. He can't be a 4. He can't be a 5. Let's talk about his shooting, dog. Is he a 5 on the shooting scale? From shooting. We're talking shooting jump shots, dog. Is he a 5? Nah, he ain't no 5. He for sure ain't no 5. He ain't never been no 5, dog. He can't be a 5. So if he can't be a 5, no chance in hell he could ever be a 5, then he can't be a 4, dog. Because all 4s, if you called him a 5, no one would be mad. No one would be mad if you're a 4 and they called you a 5. But people are mad if you call LeBron a 5. That means he damn sure ain't no 4, dog. That's what that means. So at best, he's a 3 in the shooting department, dog. We can go down the list, dog. We can talk about free throws. He ain't no 5. I know he ain't no 5. So if he ain't no 5, then he can't be a 4. He can't be a 4 because there's no chance in hell he could ever be a 5. All 4s have a chance in hell of being a 5, dog. That's the facts. So at best, he's a 3 in free throw shooting, dog. Come on now. We got to be real. We got to be real here. We could go down the list. We could talk about all the skills that he has and what they're ranked, dog. And most of the time, at best, he going to be a 3, dog. A 3 at best. And now he got all these coaches, dog, trying to coach this guy who's a lot of the time at a 3 at best, dog. All the things they would like for him to do, he can't do. You know, he can't do at a high level. He's not a real hooper like that. How many times I got to tell you, he's not a real hooper, dog. He's not a real hooper. All these skills all these other players have, he don't have, dog. So you got to play into his hand. You got to do things his way. Because if you try to get him to do the things the basketball way, the hooper way, he don't fall in line with a lot of those, dog. That's the facts. So, it's oftentimes that LeBron runs into issues with coaches who try to get him to do more. They try to get him to do more. And he don't like that, dog. He don't like having to step up his game. All right? He don't like having to work on his game or work on some flaws. He don't like to feel like he has flaws. He like to feel like I'm the smartest, I'm the best. That's how he like to feel. So if you tell him, well, here's something you need to work on. What? What? Don't you know that I'm the #1 draft pick from high school? I didn't even go to college. I'm the #1 draft pick. Don't you understand? Like, that's how highly he thinks of himself. He just think there ain't nothing you can tell him, nothing he can learn. Don't you know I'm the chosen one? Don't you know I'm the king? No, you can't tell me that. Don't tell me I need to work on my game. I need to play better defense? What? What? What did you say? Don't you know I'm the king? Don't you know I was the #1 draft pick? Don't you know I came #1 draft pick out of high school? The only player in NBA history to be a #1 draft pick out of high school? Don't you understand? All my coaches, everyone said I had this innate ability to process information, and I'm just the best. I'm the smartest. I'm the best, and it's abnormally high, my IQ. Like, don't tell me that. What? Like, that's his problem, dog. That's his problem. He already think he the best, and he got severe flaws and weaknesses to his game, and you can see them clear as day. All right? So it's no wonder why he's always butting heads with these coaches, dog. Darvin Ham is just another one on the list. This ain't nothing new, dog. Darvin Ham, he's #6, dog. That's the #6 coach that got fired coaching LeBron James, dog. That's #6. You think it's cap? You think I'm lying? Dog, how many years, how many seasons has LeBron played? This is 21, dog. He just got done with his 21st season, dog. That's 21 years. 21 years, dog. How long has a coach coached him for? What's the longest a coach has ever coached this man? In 21 years. What's the longest tenure a coach has ever had coaching LeBron James? 5 years, dog. That's the longest any coach has ever coached LeBron James in 21 years, dog. 21 years. Come on now. 21 years. Longest time a coach ever coached LeBron James. That belongs to Mike Brown, dog. Mike Brown. All right? When LeBron first got drafted to the Cavaliers 2003-2004 season, his coach was Paul Silas, dog. Paul Silas. He was a guy who he had played. He had a career in the NBA. He was a player like back in the day, dog. He knew more about basketball because he had experience, dog. Can you stop? Get in there. Making all that noise. All right. Sorry about that. The dog, he kept knocking on the door. It's annoying. All right, so Paul Silas, he was the coach, right? For the first year, they didn't do too hot. Like, they did better. They definitely did better. They were like a 17-63 team. And then he coaches them with LeBron in the first year, and now they're like a 27, 27 win team. They get 10 extra wins. That's not bad. That's not too bad, Then the very next year, he gets fired. There's a new owner in town. A new owner. The dude, Dan Gilbert, he's the owner of the Cavaliers, dog. He bought the Cavaliers the year after LeBron got drafted there. Now, all of a sudden, he got an interest in the Cleveland Cavaliers. So he buys the team, dog. He buys the team. And now he's the new owner, dog. And his very first year as the new owner, he fires the head coach, dog. Very first year as the new owner, he fires the head coach. Is that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence? This is his first year. You just got into, don't you want to get to know everybody? Don't you want to form relationships with these people? Nah, the one he wanted to get to know was LeBron James, dog. He's the #1 draft pick. He saw all the hype. You see what I'm saying? Everyone wanted LeBron to fail. No. Everyone was hyping that man. He saw that was money, dog. He had dollar signs in his eyes, dog. And he said, I'm buying this team, and I'm going to take advantage of this marketing phenomenon right now. I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to put butts in seats. They're saying this guy's the next Michael Jordan. I got to have this team, dog. So he buys that team, and I bet the first person he comes and starts talking to is LeBron James. LeBron, what can I do? What can I do, King? What can I do, Chosen One, to make you feel more comfortable here? Anything I can do. Is there anything? It doesn't matter what it is. I'll with open arms, I'll give you anything. Whatever it is going to take to keep you here, buddy. Anything. Paul Silas had a reputation as a head coach. He had a reputation of holding players accountable, giving criticisms to his players, telling them what their flaws were, telling them what their weaknesses were. He had a reputation for doing that. To get the most out of them, he had to take out the weaknesses. He had to analyze the weaknesses. He had to criticize. He had to point the finger at what you were doing wrong. He had a reputation for that. And most of the time, players like that. They like being held accountable. They liked it because it was making them better. You see what I'm saying? LeBron didn't like that, dog. LeBron ain't like no, first of all, he don't like no man. No man trying to tell him what to do, dog. He don't like no man trying to give him advice like that, dog. He was raised in a single parent household. He was raised with a single mother, dog. He likes it when women, dog, tell him things because they tell it to him in such a nice way. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Well, oh. He's so used to being coddled, dog. He's soft, all right? So when a man is like, hey, you need to do this. He's like, what? What did you say? No, what? Excuse me? My mom says I'm the best son in the whole wide world. Like, come on, dog. He's soft. Soft mama's boy, dog. All right, so, what do you need? What do you need, LeBron? Whatever we can give you. LeBron probably like, hey, this coach, he's kind of acting he's on my case a little bit. Oh, say no more, LeBron. Say no more. He's gone. He's gone. Paul Silas got fired. His second year coaching LeBron James, dog. And when he got fired, the team had a 42-30 record, dog. 42-30. They were 5th in the conference, dog. This is before play-ins and stuff. They were just a legitimate fifth seed, dog. A legitimate fifth seed with 10 games left in the regular season, dog. 10 games left in the regular season, dog. And he gets fired right there on the spot. And then they would go on to lose, dog. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. There's 18 games left in the season. My bad. 18 games left in the season. So that would be 64 games. 64 games. And they were 34 and 30. 34 and 30, not 42 and 30. My bad. They were 34 and 30. They were a fifth seed in the Eastern Conference, dog. They were the top 5. He would get fired on the spot with 18 games left in the regular season, dog. And then they would go on to lose 10 of the next 18 games and miss the playoffs, dog. Yeah. They were on track to hit the playoffs that year with Paul Silas as the head coach, dog. But he gets fired with 18 games left in the season, dog. And they miss the playoffs as a result. So they bring in Mike Brown. Mike Brown, he's the head coach of the Cavaliers for 5 years, dog. First year he's ever their coach. They are a 50-win team, dog. 50-win team. You see what I'm saying? They were a 42-40 team. 42-40 the year before. Now they're a 50-win team. This is the first year Mike Brown ever got there, dog. 50-win team. The second year, they are a 50-win team again. Exact same record as the year before, and they go to the finals. They go to the finals that year, dog, with Mike Brown as the head coach. They get swept by the Spurs. LeBron James has a meltdown, dog. And that would be a thing. He had a meltdown in the previous playoffs. They went against the Pistons. They had a 2-1 or a 3-2 lead over the Detroit Pistons, dog. The Detroit Pistons were like a 66-win team, dog. 66-win team. They had a 3-2 lead on them with Mike Brown as a head coach, dog. But LeBron has his meltdowns. They blow their 3-2 lead. The Pistons advance. So now this year they go to the finals, dog. They get swept. LeBron has his meltdowns once again. All those skills, those shooting and the ball handling, all that kind of stuff, he don't have them, dog. He don't have the free throws. He don't have none of that. All these things that a real hooper have, all the skills real hoopers possess, he didn't have that, dog. And shot poorly, turned the ball over a lot. And there you go, dog. They get swept. Now, the third year Mike Brown is the head coach. They're a 45-37 team. 5 less wins than the year before. They still make the playoffs. But they get eliminated by the Boston Celtics, dog. I think the Boston Celtics, they were 66-16. The Pistons that eliminated them were 64-18, I believe. 64-18. The Boston Celtics were 66-16. They eliminated the Cavs, though. The next year, after that, this is the first time they went down since Mike Brown is their head coach in wins. So the very next year, Mike Brown coaches them to a 66-16 team. Best record in all of the NBA, dog. Best record in all of the NBA. The first 60-plus win team LeBron has ever been on, dog. They go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they lose in 6 games to the Orlando Magic, who had the number one defense in the league, by the way. But even then, they weren't supposed to lose that team. The very next year, Mike Brown coaches them to a 61-21 team. Best record in all of the NBA once again. The second 60-plus win team LeBron has ever been on, dog. That's that continuity, dog. Staying with that coach. And you're getting your team is really starting to get good, dog. You've only had them for 5 years, dog. And already two out of those 5 years, you have the best record in the NBA, dog. But then they lose. They get eliminated in the second round by the Boston Celtics, who had a much worse record. But LeBron had a meltdown once again. How are we going to coach you to do all these things you're not good at, dog? You have bad shooting performance, a bunch of turnovers. It was a huge meltdown. You sucked. LeBron sucked it up. And they lose, dog. Had no business losing to that team. Then after that, LeBron, he takes off. I think they even fired Mike Brown, dog. If they didn't fire him, it doesn't matter because they would fire him later anyway, dog. Because here's the point. LeBron says, I'm out of here, dog. I'm out. Going to Miami. Eric Spoelstra, dog. Eric Spoelstra. LeBron, he gets all buddy-buddy with Pat Riley. Now that he's all buddy-buddy with Pat Riley, you know, he got a problem with Eric Spoelstra. But Pat Riley is like, nah. Y'all went to the finals your very first year that Eric Spoelstra was head coach. Eric, I like him. He ain't getting fired. And then he would go on to win back-to-back championships. And he would be coached to his third 60-plus win team under Eric Spoelstra, dog. Eric Spoelstra, the second longest tenure of a head coach for LeBron James, dog. Second longest. 4 years. And those are the only 2 coaches, dog, that have more than 4 years, or 4 years or more, of coaching LeBron James. It's Mike Brown and Eric Spoelstra. Everybody else, they don't even hit 3 years, dog. They don't even hit 3 years. Paul Silas, he didn't hit 3 years. Mike Brown got 5, 2 60-plus win teams, 1 finals appearance. Eric Spoelstra got 4, 1 60-plus win team, 4 finals appearances, 2 championships back to back. Now we go over to Cleveland, dog. And his coach is David Blatt. David Blatt is a beast coach. Beast. Absolute beast. In his very first year of coaching this team, they go to the finals, dog, with a 53-29 record, dog. 53-29 record. They go to the finals their very first year. All right? David Blatt, look this dude up, dog. This dude was a EuroLeague coach. He coached overseas, and he was killing it, dog. He was coach of the year 4 times, dog. Mike Brown was coach of the year in 2009, dog. Coach of the year, coaching LeBron James in 2009. Eric Spoelstra, wasn't he a coach of the year as well? And David Blatt, he was a multiple-time coach of the year overseas, dog. 53-29 record. But then, you know, Kevin Love, Kyrie, they get hurt. And then what do we got, dog? They blow their 2-1 lead to the Golden State Warriors, dog. And now the very next year, they fire David Blatt. They fired him. He just took y'all to the finals the year before. And 2 of your star players, your starters, got injured, dog. got injured in the finals or leading up to the finals. And you couldn't win, so you just fire the dude. Even though he has such an illustrious career as a coach. And this is his first time ever being an NBA head coach. This is his first year ever being an NBA head coach. And he takes you to the finals. That's his first taste of NBA head coach experience. He takes you to the finals, dog. What is that? The very next year, he coaches them half of the season. 41 games, dog. He coaches them to 30-11, dog. 30-11. They were number one in the Eastern Conference, dog. Number one. They were the number one seed. He gets fired, dog. Gets fired. Then they bring in Tyronn Lue, and he catches the next 41 games, and he coaches them to 27-14, dog. That's not as good as 30-11. But they go to the finals nonetheless. You know, they got a super team. They managed to come back from 3-1. Whatever. Get a championship. They would go to the finals for the next 2 years, where Tyronn Lue would coach them to a 51-win record and a 50-win record. When David Blatt was their coach, they got 53 wins, dog. And then the next year, they were on track to have more than that. But no, get rid of him, bring in Tyronn Lue, and now you can have 51, and then you can have 50, dog. 51 and 50. See, Mike Brown was coaching them at 50 wins his first year there, dog. First 2 years, they had 50 wins. He even coached them to 60-plus wins. Ain't nothing Tyronn Lue ever did with no Cavaliers, dog. So we have Paul Silas, fired. Mike Brown, fired. Eric Spoelstra, he tried to get him fired. David Blatt, fired. Tyronn Lue. Then LeBron, he takes off. He runs to L.A. Luke Walton is the head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. Fired. His first season as the head coach, coaching LeBron James. After his first season coaching LeBron James, he gets fired, dog. This is the same Luke Walton, dog, who was the assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors, dog. And Steve Kerr, he had hurt his back, dog. Hurt his back. Had to take some time off and get some surgery and all that stuff, dog. So in his place was Luke Walton. Luke Walton, all right, in 43 games as the assistant head coach, stepping in for Steve Kerr at the beginning of that season, which was the 2015-2016 season. In 43 games as the step-in interim head coach in Steve Kerr's place, because Steve Kerr was going through his back issues and his surgeries and all that. In 43 games, he takes the Warriors to a 39-4 record, dog. 39-4. He's a huge reason why those Warriors even went 73-9 that year, dog. 39-4 record. Then Steve Kerr comes back, all right? And he coaches for 39 games, dog. 39. And then they have a record of 35-4. Or 34-5, dog. So they get one more loss, all right? Then Luke Walton, when he was coaching, and he coached for more games. He coached for 4 more games and got one less loss, dog. Steve Kerr gets Coach of the Year that year, dog. Coach of the Year. Even though Luke Walton coached more than half of the games, dog. But now Luke Walton's over with the Lakers. People are getting injured, you know, and they don't even make the playoffs. Fire him. Fire him immediately. He's only coached LeBron for one season. Fire him. Paul Silas, fired. Mike Brown, fired. Eric Spoelstra tried to get him, fired. David Blatt, fired. Luke Walton, fired. Then comes Frank Vogel. He leads them to a championship, dog, and gets their defense, leads them to be one of the best defenses in the league, dog. He coaches them for 3 seasons, dog. Or no, it was 2 seasons, wasn't it? Luke Walton, Frank Vogel, they win that very year that he's the head coach. They win that year, you know. Then 2020-21 season, they get Russell Westbrook, dog. And then all that stupid stuff happens, you know. Well, I believe they got Russell Westbrook they got Russell Westbrook in that season. Things weren't working out. But then they go even further and get all these other people, dog. They get Carmelo. They just get everybody they can, dog. Dwight Howard, you know, again, trying to just stack up the team as much as they can stack it. They don't even make the playoffs, dog, because all these people keep getting injured. They fire Frank Vogel, the guy who coached them to a championship in his first year as a head coach with them, dog. No, fire him. Fire him. He's the all-time Pacers head coach leader in wins, dog. The franchise's all-time leader in wins as a coach. But when he comes to the Lakers and leads them to a championship his very first year coaching them, 2 years later, get him out of here, dog. He's fired. Then they bring in Darvin Ham, dog. So Darvin Ham gets 2 seasons. Leads them to the Western Conference Finals. His very first year coaching them, dog. Western Conference Finals. His second year coaching them, dog. They go to the playoffs. They were beating, without LeBron, they beat, and without Anthony Davis, without their 2 best players, they beat the Boston Celtics, the number 1 seed in all of the NBA, dog. Beat them. They were beating teams they weren't supposed to beat when LeBron wasn't playing, dog. Seemed like when LeBron wasn't there, the team was playing so much better. And they were much more competitive. But we see what happens, dog. His very next year, after leading them to the Western Conference Finals as a head coach, they get swept. His next year, they get gentlemen swept by the same team that swept them the year before, the defending champions, dog. And now, Darvin Ham, he's fired as well. Coach for 2 seasons, dog. So what do we got? Paul Silas, 2 seasons, fired. Mike Brown, 5 seasons, fired. You know, because he was the head coach. He was going to be the head coach, dog, for the Lakers. He was already coaching the Lakers, dog. And he came back to the Lakers. Or, no. He came back to the Cavaliers, dog. He was coaching the Cavaliers. He had come back to them. And when LeBron was making his move back to the Cavaliers for his second stint, they fired him so LeBron could come back, you know. So Mike Brown is another guy who got fired, you know, just because LeBron was coming to the team. They're like, no, we're not bringing Mike Brown back because LeBron don't like him. Paul Silas, 2 years fired. Mike Brown, 5 years fired. David Blatt, 2 years fired. Eric Spoelstra, 4 years, tried to get him fired. Luke Walton, 1 year fired. Frank Vogel, 3 years fired. Darvin Ham, 2 years fired, dog. He's number 6, dog. Number 6 on the list. It's a coincidence? It's just like, oh, well, whatever. They just were bad coaches. No. A lot of these coaches were coach of the year candidates, or they were coach of the year, or they went on to win coach of the year afterwards. Mike Brown got coach of the year in 2009 coaching LeBron James. He also got coach of the year in 2023 coaching the Sacramento Kings, dog. All these people LeBron is getting rid of, they're actually good coaches. But they're never there long enough to do their job, dog. They got to sort through all the mess, all the drama, all the soap opera, all the stuff that comes with coaching LeBron James. They got to sort through all of that. And it's going to take years to do that because LeBron already has this mindset that he just the dopest player to ever play, dog. When he's sorry and he's soft. That's the facts, dog. He's always getting coaches fired, dog. Good coaches. And these good coaches go to other teams that have success, dog. After leaving LeBron James, dog. Whether it's an assistant coach job, coaching the championships. Mike Brown, he was an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors that won championships. Luke Walton was an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors that won championships. Eric Spoelstra, you know, all these guys, dog. David Blatt had coached plenty of teams to championships, dog, overseas. Barely got a chance, dog. Barely got a chance in the NBA because he's coaching LeBron James. You can't tell LeBron nothing. He's not coachable, dog. You can't tell him nothing. He thinks he's the smartest player. He thinks he has the highest basketball IQ. Anytime a coach tries to tell him something, he's like, no, we're going to do it like this. No, I don't like that. And then I think he purposely, dog, just sucks it up on the court just to get them fired because they won't let him do what he wants. He only wants people who are going to serve him, worship him, bow down to him while he buddies up with the owners and gets the owners on his side. He buddied up with Dan Gilbert. He buddied up with Pat Riley, but Pat Riley wouldn't give in. He buddied up with Jeannie Buss. I'm sure he's buddied up with Rob Pelinka. At least trying to be. So he wants to buddy up with all these owners, all these higher-ups, get on their good side. That's what that courtside thing with the 2 senior citizens, freaking Linda Rambis and Jeannie Buss all on his shoulders and stuff. He's just schmoozing, just kissing up to them, dog. Oh, happy International Women's Day. Yeah, whatever, dog. We know what your plan is, dog. Get on their good side. So they fire a coach for you, dog. Get on their good side. So they do what you want. So they meet your demands. So they satisfy what you want to do. Your desires. LeBron didn't want Eric Spoelstra. Got 2 championships with him. LeBron didn't want Frank Vogel. Got a championship. I think LeBron kind of wanted Tyronn Lue, but guess who they gave at? They gave the championship coaching ring to David Blatt, dog. They gave him one because they said, yo, we're sorry, dog. I know you got fired and you were the #1 team in the conference when we fired you. And yeah, the team went on to the finals and went on to win a championship, but we feel like you played a part in that. We're going to give you a ring anyway, dog, even though you got fired. And at first he declined it, but then he was like, yeah, you know what? I'll take the ring. I'll take it. But come on, dog. All these guys LeBron didn't want are coaches that have proven themselves capable of winning championships while he's being coached by them, dog. But LeBron has all the IQ, don't he? But he's too stupid to just accept being coached. He's too stupid to look into the future and have a vision for how the team's supposed to be, dog. And if you don't give in to what he wants early and often, it's only a matter of time before you're gone. Even if you do give in to what he wants early and often, if they don't win a championship, it's only a matter of time before you're gone. We look at the coaches and we see how long they've been able to coach LeBron James. Not one coach, dog, other than Mike Brown, has coached LeBron for 5 years. Not one coach other than Mike Brown and Eric Spoelstra coached LeBron for 4 years, dog. And not one coach other than Frank Vogel, Eric Spoelstra, and Mike Brown coached him for 3 years, dog. So what are we talking about, dog? He's a coach killer. He's not coachable. You don't think that might have some reason why he's losing so much, dog? Because he's got teams. Oh, we know what he does to get his teams, dog. He got all the help he can get. He even has coach's help, dog. But he don't want to accept it. He only want to do things his way, and that's why he's such a loser, dog, because he's stupid. He ain't got no basketball IQ like that. Talking about his basketball IQ, and he's shutting down these great basketball minds, coaches, dog. He's getting rid of them. He's getting them fired, dog. Darvin Ham, he doesn't seem that great, but he has experience, dog. You know, he has assistant coaching experience on championship teams, dog. But his first time being a head coach, 2 years and you're done, dog. 2 years and you're done. I don't care if you make the playoffs and none of that. None of that matters. 2 years and you're done because there is no championship. You got to win a championship in the first 2 years at least, just to stay coaching LeBron, dog. And if you can't win a championship in the first 2 years coaching LeBron, they're already trying to get you out the door. Because LeBron over there schmoozing up with the owners, talking about, oh, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Trust me, I have the highest basketball IQ in NBA history. Trust me, they don't know what they're doing. You got to get rid of them. And it's happened over and over and over. This is number 6, dog. Number 6. What do we do, dog? What do we do with this? When are you Bron fanboys going to wake up and realize this dude is toxic? He's a toxic cancer. He's a coach killer. He's a bad teammate. He's a bad player. He's an entitled diva. He's a soft mama's boy. How long is it going to take for you to open your eyes and see that LeBron is not the GOAT? He not the GOAT, dog. He not the GOAT.